For example, the first one, when the damn site manager was killed, apparently one of the people responsible for that still hasn't been arrested. Okay, so it was someone that murdered him, not someone related to him. Okay, couldn't that just mean he managed to get away? I don't see why we should treat him as a sacrifice. Well, that's basically what I think too. There was also the year after that when the leader of the dam, with the leader of the dam prominent. You said he fell off a cliff and died while on vacation, right? Apparently, his wife fell as well. Police investigated frequently, but they never were able to find the wife's corpse. The river under the cliff was actually pretty high at the time, though. She could have just been buried under the sand at the bottom of some lake downstream or something. The perpetrator of dismemberment like that wouldn't want to be caught, so they'd be desperate to run away and hide too. I thought I heard about cases where the corpse wouldn't surface after a person drowned in a swelled river like that. She vanished because of an unfortunate accident, but I don't see the connection to the sacrifices. He took each of the past instruments in turns. None of the disappearance invoked that terrifying of an image. The year after that, with the priest suddenly falling ill and dying, it's much clearer. His wife left a suicide note. They found it in their house the night the priest died. It said something along the lines of her quelling Urashio-sama's wrath through her death. The curse, it seems to turn up in this one, though. Oh, we never know the truth of the matter. The wife drowned herself and was the giant bombless one Tanago mentioned before. The police investigate, but all they could find were several of her possessions. They never found the corpse. The police suspect it was a fake suicide, and they're still investigating it now. Someone dies every year in the same way someone goes missing every year. She's trying to tell me that everyone who's vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into a bottomless swamp, still alive and drowned to death? But a curse. It's unbelievable in its own right. The next year, what was it? The damn Piranha's sister-in-law? She was killed, beaten up by a bat. And the same way someone disappeared. It was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hoja. He's the nephew by marriage of the woman killed. Shion cut in with a slightly strong tone of voice. Shion liked him. She knew the boy who had disappeared pretty well. At least that's the vibe I was getting. Reason for Satoshi's disappearance is because the Sonozakis did not approve of Shion dating them. Well, that about sums everything up. One person always dies and one person always suddenly disappears. Leaving the suddenness aside, the fact was that each incident involved one person disappearing. So that means the first person who dies is because of Urashio-sama's curse, and the second person who vanishes is because the villagers sacrificed him. Is that it? Kei-chan, there is no curse. Somebody kills the first person under the guise of the curse, and someone takes away the second person to be sacrificed. But Shion, that means the criminal is in the village. That's what I've been guessing from the start. It's pretty shocking though, you know? We live in the Showa period. It's kinda hard to believe people are committing murder like it's nothing using some ancient justifications, huh? It didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got the feeling that maybe Shion didn't like Himezawa very much. Mion enjoyed talking about Himezawa and his epic tales. She had avoided talking about Urashio-sama's curse, which didn't paint Himezawa in a good light, no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me a bad impression of the village, so she didn't say anything. Shion, on the other hand, was somehow different. She wasn't rejecting the concept of a curse to purge Himezawa of its bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed that a member of the village was the criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by the people of Himezawa. Once upon a time, they looked so alike you could mistake one for the other. But talking to her now, I was getting a powerful feeling that Shion was had a completely different personality than Mion. Then everyone else, they all think someone from Himizawa did it, right? Neither Shion nor Takano answered that. The deafening silence told me all that needed to be said. Then let me ask another question. If someone from Himizawa is the corporate, then who is it? Neither Shion nor Tamako had a reply for that question either. Though it may have been rude to ask, I had hoped they wouldn't have one. The reason I asked was to argue that their explanation that the culprit was from Himizawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shion caught on to my plan. She gave a pained smile at my petty spite and opened her mouth to speak. All I said really was just moments amount all I said really just amounts to circumstantial evidence anyway. If any one of us knew who it really was, then we have gotten them into police hands already. As would anybody. Then what about Tamako-san? She too smiled dryly as Shion had and opened her own mouth. Well, I'd like to clear one thing up. I'm not a detective or anything at all. In all honesty, I'm not really interested in who the culprit is. Talking though, you sure are a handful. Tomoke gives a bitter laugh at her surprising opinion on the matter. You see, I just like cruel and atrocious ancient traditions and fairy tales. I only enjoy them from a curious onlooker's perspective. Yay! So much fun on that. Because that's never a good thing. Because it always comes back and bites you in the ass. That's just how it goes. You look into something too much, it's going to come back and bite you. So even so even for these strings of incidents, it's not so much figuring out who the culprit is, but enjoying thinking how the old traditions displayed by the incidents themselves still seem to have some pretty deep roots around here. Though she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker, her smile was as sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. Maybe it's just I was in fearful awe of the person whose emotions I couldn't comprehend. Well, I don't think any of this is interesting at all. The Wine Festival is coming up tomorrow, but I don't want anyone to die or disappear. Tomorrow, huh? That's right. It had completely slipped my mind. The string of murder incidents people attribute to Orishio-sama's curse, it wasn't over. If last year's incident wasn't the end, then tomorrow night at the festival would someone die and someone disappear. I do wonder who will die tomorrow and who will disappear though. Tanako said, running a comb through her hair with elegant movements, with a thin smile and a voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could happen tomorrow. Then, out of the blue, we heard a loud round of applause. They seemed to be ending the drinking party early. Right, I was making Mion wait this whole time, wasn't I? Should go back to her soon. You're teasing the kid too much, Tanako. Now, Keiichi thinks it's all true. I apologize. It's that bad habit of mine again, said Tanako, sticking out her tongue bashfully. The strangeness in her expression was nowhere to be found. When Tanako sees an innocent child like you, she can't help wanting to poke fun at them. It's a real bad habit. Keiichi, you listened to everything so earnestly that she ended up getting carried away. Unlike Tanako, Tomoke seemed like a totally normal person with common sense. They were apologizing after realizing what kind of impression they'd given me. The stuff Tanako just said is all fiction. If it made you harbor any bad impressions about Himizawa, then we apologize for that. Geez, Jiro, you apologize too, Tamako. Tell him you're sorry for scaring him. Tanako and Tomoke were arguing and messing around now. The strained air around us had already dissipated. Kei-chan, you should get going soon, too. Mion is the jealous type. If she sees Mia, she'll probably start a fight, so I'll just be going home. Really? Then I'll go see what Mion's doing and apologize for making her wait, I guess. Yeah. Sorry for being such a nuisance, Keiichi. Could you tell Mion we're sorry for bothering you for so long? Ah, yes. I don't think telling her will make her feeling better, but sure. Tamake and Tanako, standing next to each other, both began to chuckle. Okay then, Kei-chan. Let's try and run into each other at tomorrow's festival. We'll see each other. I mean, it's us we're talking about after all. We'll be making so much trouble it'll be hard for you not to find us. Say the five demons. She and I said our goodbyes to Tamake and Takano. Before we could leave, Tanako called out to us. Thanks for listening so earnestly to what I had to say. You're just so good at listening. I had a great time talking to you. Good at listening? No, not at all. I was just in a state of perpetual bewilderment from all the shocking topics being thrown at me, one after another. Did you like my story today? Well, it was pretty interesting. Then I'll tell you some more sometime, okay? There are a lot of pretty interesting legends and fairy tales about Himezawa. Of course, a lot of strange and creepy ones too. I'll choose a bunch of my favorites and tell you about them. I was kind of happy and but kind of worried. I can't help but smile dryly and scratch at my head. Keiichi, you can go now. Tanako is just messing with you. They say goodbye again and run off. I heard Tamake call out behind him in a clear voice that we would see each other at the festival tomorrow. When I went to the tent, Mion was waiting for me. She was nowhere to be found. I made her wait so long, maybe she got mad and went home. After asking some adults passing by, I heard that she went home talking to some relatives. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But my regret for having made Mion wait wasn't enough to triumph over the depression Tamako and Shion's uncanny story left on me. Serial murder incidents had happened 4 years in a row, with tomorrow's events make this the fifth, and the possibility that someone from Himazawa was carrying out this all out under the guise of a curse. The queer tradition of ritual sacrifice entirely unbecoming of the Showa period we lived in. I regretted it a little, though it was too late. If none of those creepy stories had anything to do with me, then I should have let Mion pull me away from that crowd. I felt a little ashamed for letting my cheap curiosity get the better of me. See, I can't remember if this is the arc. I think this is the arc with the. Was either this, it's either this or the first chapter that has the car. Shit, we got four things. Oh yay! Scrapbook, 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 and festivals around the corner. These should be about the events that happened. Yep. Orishio-sama's curse. In the ancient Onigafuchi village, the anger of Orishio-sama, his curse, was feared above all. However, it was seldom stated anywhere what eventually happens and what sort of divine judgment curse befalls them when Orishio-sama is angry. From various reports, all hell will break loose. Demons will come flooding out. The miasma from hell will flood outward and kill every villager, letting not a single one escape. Oh shit, which arc is this part? Because that's a reference to a future arc. I know that. And I don't think it's the fourth one. I think it's the ninth? The next set of question arcs? Because that's Outbreak. Because only two people survived the whole incident. The ones invoking images of the village being annihilated stand out the most. These terrifying ideas of divine punishment are in alignment with many other religious beliefs regarding the apocalypse, hell, and it's easy to imagine that they are just ways of convincing people to obey the teachings in order to prevent such an end. The conditions for inciting Urshiyo-sama's wrath are likely the same as the taboos in Onigafuji village. I believe that when an act is performed that violates one of these taboos, Urshiyo-sama was termed angry. In order to quell his anger, they would perform an aforementioned sacrificial ritual. Yay. The human sacrifice ritual. The sacrificial ritual was a simple drowning involving plunging sacrifices into Onagafuchi swamp, which was considered hallowed. Of the rituals of Onagafuchi village, this one was unique in that the sacrifice would sink slowly over a long course of 3 days and 3 nights. I believe that it wasn't so much the killing of the sacrifice that was important, but rather the symbolism of them sinking as the submerging of Orochimaru-sama's anger. For that purpose, they must have had a passion for learning various methods for keeping the sacrifice from sinking too quickly, to force them to sink more slowly. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell from the records, these methods were not recorded. My thoughts are that they may have used logs or a similar material to create a raft, then set up a scalloped on there, hung the sacrifice up with ropes, and let them sink little by little over time into the swamp. However, if that were the case, it would not be strange the ritual implicates used for such a ceremony were honored as holy and enshrined somewhere. Implements used for the ritual. Ritual tools utilized for ancient religion ceremonies are commonly referred to as implements or ritual implements, or even now, some of them are enshrined on the property of Fruto Shrine in the 3 families. As I said, 3 families. Frutos, Sonozakis, um, the only other one you hear about is the Hojos. Because the Ragus and Mabaras aren't connected at all. However, the identifiable tools are all decorative, and none appear to have been used in rituals governing the dark side of Onigafuchi village. As the Edo era came to a close and many traditional rituals were they lost as well? Or perhaps buried in the darkness? I don't believe so. Both the implements used on the night of the feast of Okinakuchi and those used during the sacrificial ceremony must still exist, enshrined away from the eyes of the masses. Without a doubt, they exist here today, this very moment in Himenzawa. Also, I'm nearly certain where they've been enshrined. What was once locked steadfastly has, for some reason, changed this year to a cheap-looking padlock. He may be able to do something about such a lock. However, it is not far from the assembly hall, nor is it ever far from the presence of people. However, I will not give up. The night when it becomes a blind spot to every villager in Himezawa is coming soon. Soon it will be Watanashi. So those scraps are from Takano. Rumble, rabble, rabble. Hey, are you worn out already? Tomorrow's the real thing. We're going to be partying until morning. Until the very end of it all. Got it? Got it. I'll give it everything I've got. Alright then. Youth is the greatest. Good work, everybody. Tomorrow is Watanashi at last. Let's get some shut-eye and save our energy for tomorrow night. Tomorrow is finally Watanashi. Festival is split into two groups: those who enjoy them and those who support them. The former only needs only prepare their minds, but the latter needs not only that, but also painstakingly crafted plans and preliminary arrangements. While the general majority goes about enjoying the festival without a care in the world, we be strained the whole way through. Why? You sure as hell know why. Because the beer after everything's over is the best damn beer you'll ever have. Times like these, it's best to have energetic, physically fit people. It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't do your best until the end, enjoying the whole way. Oh, he's here. Oishi came in. Everybody hurry to stand up. Hello, everyone. Excellent work out there. You can be at ease. Thank you, sir. Not even my seniors, who usually talk big about themselves, can hold a candle to Oishi. We all bow as we were one of those cheering squads of old. Kuroda Oishi, a detective just waiting to retire, one who doesn't pay much mind to rules and regulations, and doesn't do much in the way of real work. He looks like a round old man with a penchant for dirty jokes. My seniors, though, tell me he was a real fighter in his younger days, and that he may or may not have quite a heroic legend trailing behind him. Anyway, he surely had much more dignity and presence in the room than the section chief who came in with him. Everyone, I really, really thank you for your hard work on the preparations for the festival tomorrow. Everyone present, present stands upright and lends their ears in the chief's direction. We're on very high alert for any thrill-seeking criminals expecting another incident like last year. But you didn't get the person last year. I need all you to focus your energy as much as possible in your mission to prevent any crimes from happening. Yes, sir. Of course, it would be best if nothing happened. However, everyone, please assume that an incident will, in fact, occur. Yes, it does. Prevention is number one, but it probably won't be enough. Oh, great. This year, too, someone will die and someone will disappear. There's really no doubt about it. Foo 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 foo. Everyone apart from the section C smiled painfully. Oishi, that won't do. We need to be more serious about this. The important part is to get past the night of the festival. It's to be able to quickly, swiftly, and aggressively pursue whatever does happen tomorrow night. I won't tolerate anything less than your best. Clench those cheeks. We're going to rip all the skin off the ghost of Urshio-sama's curse. Yeah. Eh, sure. Sure you will. Nothing else. So that's chapter 6 done. Oh my gosh. I forgot how many chapters there were. Alright, there are 13 or so. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, I think there's 6 more chapters. God damn it. Yeah, there's 6 more chapters. So that means there's 12 chapters. Yay. Wow, it's Keiichi. Good morning, good morning. Rena was extravagantly waving her arms at me, already brimming with energy. What do you mean, good morning? It's already evening. Just say hello or something. But, it's the first time I've seen you today, so I think good morning is right. It's right. I got it. Okay then, good morning it is. Good morning, Rena. I grabbed Rena's head and rubbed it with my hand. She squirmed, reveling in the motion like a cat. Hey, Agate-chan. Sorry about yesterday, I left without telling you. No, it's my fault. Sorry for making you wait so long. Are you talking about signing up for the festival yesterday? How was it, Keiichi? Did you do your job properly? The slight muscle pain throughout my body and my sluggish movements were already obvious. I did great. I'm pretty worn out now, though. I grinned dryly, and the three of us break out into laughter. Where's Sakata and Rika? Are we meeting up with them at the festival? Yep, of course. They live there at the shrine, damn it. Rika's actually been there since yesterday because she had such an important job. Thanks, Sakata stayed with her, so they're already at the shrine. They live there. Right, I just remembered. Today was Rika's big performance. She's been practicing especially hard for this day. As her friend, I need to make sure I went and cheered her on. Alright, let's go right away. Yeah. Foreshadow. As we get closer to the shrine, we start passing by more people and seeing a lot of parked cars. It began to get noisier too. I thought I could hear something like a bong dance song. Without being able to restrain my impatience, I dashed up the entire flight of stone stairs. Keiichi, you're going too fast. Wait for me. Man, Kei-chan, you're such a little kid. Whoa, the shrine grounds, they were packed with people. It was a festival if I ever saw one. Wow, they went all out this year too. It's amazing, amazing. They're coming from Himazawa, huh? The bedridden old man from the Kimayoshi branch family are here too. I think that old guy went home from Watanashi last year and stayed in bed ever since. Yeah, there were a lot of villagers here that I didn't really know. They must have all been poured in just for today. Oh, it's Sakato. Hey. Oh, if it isn't everybody. Yes, hello to you all. Yes, Sakato, there are a lot of people today. Don't get lost in the crowd, okay? Who do you think you're talking to? Sakato, too, seems somehow energetic. Of course, I'm the same way. Huh, where's Rika? She still has free time, doesn't she? Rika's giving her respects to the mayor and other important people. She shall come before long. I see, Rika is the shrine maiden for today's festival after all. It's probably a pain for her to say hello to all the elders. It really is a pain. Hello, everyone. Oh, Rika. I want to take you home. Rika wore an immaculate shrine maiden's outfit that looked fresh off the shelves. It was a perfect fit for her somehow majestical appearance. How does it fit? It's not too long, is it? My grandma gave me some safety pins just in case the sleeves are too long. It's alright. It really is comfortable. As she spoke, she began to do some twists and stretches. It's great, it's great, it's so cute. Ooh. There was approximately one person here getting a nosebleed from watching Ika move. Keiichi, don't you think she's cute? Don't you? If you don't, then she'll be all mine. I'll take her home with me. I think she's really cute. Totally cool. Enough that I want to pretend to be her big brother or dad and take pictures with her. If we take a picture from two different places and make it stereoscopic, we can eat or rather stare at a real life Rika at our houses whenever we want. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds fantastic. His eyes and mine glittered with stars as our nose bled and we drooled. God damn it. Rika, you best stay away from them. Yes, or I might get locked away in a basement somewhere. Never foreshadow. Not going to say how. Because we won't find that out until our chapter 6. You look like you're enjoying it though, Rika. You're being harsh. We all laughed together again. Okay, let's not hang around here. Let's get to the festival. There's not much time left until Rika's big debut. You're right, great. Let's go, everyone. Yeah. 5 demons. Yo. If it isn't the daughter of Sonozaki, eat up. The Oxbow is packed full of pork. This year we filled it up as much as we could. We even put in fried calamari. Gotcha, old timer. The Oxbow this year looks like quite an achievement. Yeah, squid too. You put a ton of time into this, didn't you? Wow, it's tasty. It's tasty. Yep, the squid is delicious, but the aroma is just fantastic. It's wonderfully compensates for how soft it tends to be. There's a delightful amount of squid and pork in it too. Yep, not bad at all, I say. Kei-chan, you sound like you could walk into a cooking program and become the host. Yeah, when I see Keiichi acting like it so good, it somehow tastes even better. I don't discriminate among delicious food, so anything that I say is tasty has got to be worth trying out, right? And Keiichi, please give us your opinion on this yakisoba again. I'll do it in 2 words. Absolutely scrumptious. If I had a second stomach, I'd buy another one right now. Having heard my 3-star rating, a whole line of people suddenly formed in front of the yakisoba stand. Wow, that's amazing. Kei-chan said it was so good that a little crowd started to form. Not bad. It was nothing to brag about, but I still decided to stick out my chest and put on airs. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps I shall try it out. Mister, could I perchance bother you on for one takoyaki? Sakuto brought a stick of takoyaki, balls of fried octopus from the adjacent stand, and after blowing on it, put one of them into her mouth. Oh no. Oh no, they're starting a competition here. That's what they're doing. The 5 demons. How is it, Sakuto? If you give it a good rating, then Rena will buy it too. Chomp, chomp, chew, chew, gulp. Now it's time for the Himazawa Mid-Chin Judge Sakuto Hojo to give her impressions. Though she was all for it a moment ago, Sakuto hesitated to give her thoughts. Hey now, what's the matter? Everyone else takes one of their own and puts it in their mouths. Rena got gipped. Mine's bad too. There's no octopus in it. This takoyaki vendor. Could this be some sort of summer festival only octopus free takoyaki stand? An evil takoyaki stand that skimped on octopus because they figured it would make them good money today. Mine has some. Yeah, it's pretty good considering there's octopus in it. How am I supposed to explain that this octopus-free takoyaki is any good? Everyone wondered about that. Our quizzle looks seem to be drawing equally dubious stares from the people in line. How about this? Takoyaki without any octopus is really healthy. And even people who don't like octopus can eat this delicious takoyaki. After hearing that, several surprised guests left the line. It had the exact opposite effect. Alright then, I'll give it a try next. Self-inspired take on takoyaki in which you can clearly taste the simple flavors of the flour, green onions, pickled ginger. The unaffected taste is bolstered by absence of... It wasn't half bad, but after hearing that there was no octopus in it, even more people left the line. God damn it. Any good comments? You can be honest. 400 yen is too much for this. Yeah! That was just too honest. Even more customers left the line dealing a lethal blow. There were other takoyaki stands around after all. Well, I mean, we might not want to be doing this. Hey, Sakuto, you started all this, so give us a great big turnaround. I can't not do that. How do you expect me to lavish praise upon takoyaki without any octopus in it? You idiot. Sakuto's angry outburst was the finishing blow. The customers are all gone, huh? The guy is staring at us. Why is that? Who? There's no saving this crowd. Perhaps I, Keiichi, will lend a generous hand. Keiichi, you can do it. We want you to save the takoyaki vendor who didn't put any octopus in it. Don't smile when you say something so bitter. Alright, fine. This This may be the only chance you'll get to see a pro at work, so watch carefully. Oh, great. I shoved the stick into an octopus-less takoyaki and crammed it into my mouth. As before, there wasn't any octopus in it, but Mion's had some in it. That was the important point. Man who runs this teriyaki stand, he truly loves takoyaki in every meaning of the word. No, it could even be said he adores it. Huh? Everyone gasped in surprise, including the takoyaki vendor glaring at us. This man truly does love takoyaki, and because he loves it, he doesn't want to create half-hearted random ones. Isn't that right? The takoyaki vendor looked down unsure. Those watching were listening intently, wanting to know how octopus-less takoyaki deserves such a high rating. Keiichi, if he really and truly loved takoyaki as much, why did he make takoyaki without octopus at all? Is he not portraying the very takoyaki? You may be right, but in one sense is a betrayal. However, is the best possible compromise this man could find. This man is making real takoyaki today, as he always does. However, only one or two of them on each stick are the real ones. Boom. Well, you're right. The one I ate had octopus in it. And considering it did actually have it, it didn't taste bad at all, you know? Right. That was a bona fide takoyaki. And as for the other ones, it's the biggest compromise you can make against the biases of the general prevalence, who all think that there needs to be 8 pieces on a stick, or else it's not real takoyaki. Huh? Keiichi, I don't understand what you mean. Why is one of them the real thing and all the others ones fakes? Why? The secret lies in the octopus. Mister, this octopus is true Akashi octopus. Akashi. God damn it. Octopus, isn't it? In recent years, the number of octopuses caught in Akashi has decreased, and their prices have risen dramatically. The prices are now so high that you wouldn't think of using them in takoyaki. Then the man who had been looking down this whole time mumbled, "Yeah, that's right. Akashi octopus is very expensive." But this man absolutely had to have the Akashi Akashi octopus. He could have bought much worse quality octopus for cheaper, as much as he wanted, and he would have been able to fool everyone. There are plenty of other gaming takoyaki vendors who claim theirs are from Akashi, even though they're not. But this man wouldn't accept it. He wouldn't tell lies. Akashi octopus are supreme. He would never relinquish this one stubborn conviction. This man loved takoyaki. That's why he never lied. Yet, there was one point that he absolutely had to compromise on. What might that be? The number. The popular opinion is that a stick of takoyaki should have 8 pieces on it. Even if it's real Akashi octopus, he couldn't charge 400 yen for just one piece, could he? If he didn't have 8 pieces, nobody would buy them. This man wept over it. In order to make just one true piece of takoyaki, he wouldn't ever let himself lie through the other 7. Whoa, the octopus-free takoyaki man burst into tears. I gently clapped one on his shoulders. No matter what anyone else says, I will never forget how genuine you are. You, sir, are a true vendor of takoyaki. You are the only one in the world with the right to call himself that. Clap, 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 clap. As I embraced the shoulders of the man, shedding his manly tears, those watching delivered a round of applause, moved by my speech. Everyone, I beg you, please eat some of this true takoyaki vendor's takoyaki. If we don't treasure genuine men like this, then how can we protect the true path of the takoyaki? If nobody else will eat them, then I will eat them all. Boom. There you go. Everyone watching is lining up. Keiichi, you did it. You did it. I think it's more they thought Kei-chan's propaganda speech was interesting rather than the takoyaki actually looking good. Kei-chan, you could probably sell plain old rocks if you tried it. Most likely. You would go over well at entrance of Akihabara Station. Wow. Rika, I've never heard of this Akihabara. Where is it? Absolutely stunned by my successful pitch, the guy manning the stall next to this one called out to me. Hey, you guys, do that for my sweets too. Great. You all get the gist of it, right? It's your turn this time, Rena. Okay, I'll do my best. Ho! When apricot sweets are cold, they're very, very good. The apricot is seen so quietly and nicely on top of the syrup. Oh, it's so cute. I want to take it home. Oh. It looks like she almost lost herself in this midway thought, but a girl giving it such natural praises was itself bringing in some customers. A line was quickly formed behind Rena. Next up is the Okonomiyaki. What the hell is that? Okay. Sakato, you're up. Well, the crunch of the fried tempura batter mixed with yakisoba is simply... Okay, it's fried yakisoba. Simply to die for, with a huge piece of bacon laid on top. When you bite into it, it all comes flooding out. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah, that's freaking great. Now I want to try some too. Then a huge line formed at my words. What on earth is this? So basically all these onlookers are just following us around to all the stands. When people hear about food from others and try it for themselves, it tastes a lot better than it normally would. So that's it. Even Rika was gorging herself on the food, getting sauce on the bib she put on to prevent her shrine-baiting outfit from getting dirty. Nice, the older guys are getting into it too. Okay, Kei-chan, which one should I do? Right, Mion. You go to the stand next to that. Show them the depth of your power. Huh, but Keiichi, the stall next to us is... Whoops. A goldfish scooping stand. Bit out of our element. Nope. No, as club president, I won't flee no matter who or what my opponent is. Let's get started. Oh, great. Say the 5 demons of the Wanashi Festival. Look forward to the splendid performance, Mion. The onlookers were also watching Mion with hopeful eyes. Welcome, welcome. Here's your net and bowl. Okay, here we go. The goldfish are energetic today. They really look delicious. Small things like these, you would crunch them down whole. Mutter, mutter. Mion, what in the world are you saying? Michan, you eat them? Did you eat the one Rena cut last year too? No, I didn't say anything like that. Mion's face went red as she shook it violently in denial. Well, I mean, you just said so yourself that they really look delicious. Yes, you did indeed say so, Hello, Shion. My sister is omnivore. She eats anything that can go into her mouth. They taste good, then maybe I'll try one next time. No, Rika, don't. You'll get sick. Wait a second. Hey, what the hell? Shion, how long have you been here? Hey, Kei-chan, Mion, everyone. Good evening. Where'd you come from, Shion? I've been here since the bit with the yakisoba. You were all so loud that I found you right away. Jeez. You got nothing to do with this, do you? Go somewhere else already. Sheesh, Mion, don't treat me so cruelly, right, Kei-chan? You're okay with me being here, right? She asked, grabbing my arm and pushing her chest into it. Yeah, bounce. Keiichi, you're a pervert. Your nose is bleeding. When you squish a jelly donut, the jelly comes out, right? It's the same. This isn't something I have any control over. Is that right? Then will more come out if I squeeze harder? Yes, squeeze. She ups her gloves and up. It's right up against my drip. Yeah. Shion, what the heck are you trying to do? How vulgar. I see they have misjudged you. What about my flat chest? Rika grasps onto my arm to rub. A playful plump feeling on my left shoulder and the sour sensation of a young, unripe fruit on my right. On my right. Boom, boom, bang. Shion, Rika, and I, our faces now bruised, fell to the floor, lips sprawled. Nice job, Rena. Everyone's so dirty. Rena punched me. It really hurts. Rika, you get what you deserve. Sheesh. Now Shield was here. The energy around us had increased by 120. Your friends are so much fun, man. I never get bored of them. Right. If you weren't here, it would be way more fun, you know. I want to stay with you all, but if I continue seducing Kei-chan, my sister looks like she's literally going to bite my head off. So I'll retreat for now. I'll be back. See ya, Mion. Don't be back. Get the salt. Someone get the salt. They're teasing her older sister so much, Shion ran away into the crowd of people and disappeared. I feel like I have borne witness to the rare side of Mion. When Mi-chan's with Chi-chan, she looks kinda cute. Rena smiled happily, earning her a whack on the head for Mion. Don't say dumb stuff, let's get to the next stand already. We went about just like that, really noisily and lively, to the other stands. We were paying money towards the beginning, but midway through, the guys running the shops thought we were just too funny, and we ended up being able to fool around without paying much more. Oh my gosh. Thump. The vigorous sound of a big taco drum echoed through the air. Rika, it looks like it's time. Yep. Looks like it. Right, it's just about time for Rika to appear in the offertory dance. I'm a little nervous. Believe in yourself. All your sweat will definitely amount to something, Rika. Mion slapped hard on Rika's back. It's time. That's right. You'll do fantastic, Rika. I'll do my best. Yeah, that's the spirit. I balled my hand into a fist and raised it in the air. We're rooting for you, Rika. Go for it, yay, remember? Go for it, yay! Rika gave the best smile I've ever seen, then pivoted on her heel and ran off. Okay, we should get going too. Right, let's go cheer her on. You mustn't. You must keep silent during the performance. I got it. Geesh, I rubbed my hand through her hair. She was worried about her good friend up to the end. Then we better hurry. All the good spots will be taken. Come on. Mion ran off and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into a tight space to watch the edifying dance. Wow, this is a lot of people. I turned around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. Where did everyone go? They probably got lost among all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. It definitely doesn't look like I can get over there. Well, we got separated. No big deal. We can just meet back up when Rika's dance is over. I gave up on finding the others and wandered around trying to look for a place where I would be able to see better. Didn't take long for me to decide. I've had to settle for watching between the heads of people in front of me, though. Thump. Once again, even louder taco drum resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. Couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika had come on stage with the elders who were in priestly garb. I heard a low exhaustion of admiration and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's heads were in a way I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika entering the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar. That's right. The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and to hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practiced using a mochi pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hole Rika held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down, it was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As a shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at this festival. There must be a ton of pressure on Rika's shoulders right now. Damn, why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her. Kei-chan, over here. Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar. It was Shion. She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people. She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as she saying she knew a good spot nobody else knew of. Shion, what's up? Shh. Just be quiet and come with me. After she told me so, she ran uh, in a big detour around the throne. Man, it was great to have someone who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so I wouldn't be left behind. Not seeing the performance. As I wondered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around to the back of the shrine grounds. Hey, wait, where are we going? We're getting far, far away. Shh. Just stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon. Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. No sign of people, not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika's dance from here? I see. There's some high spots around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or something we could look down at, right? Why do you think? Why do we have to climb onto the roof? Well, how else are we supposed to see Rika's dance? Did you really want to see Rika's dance? Kei-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low? I don't think we're understanding each other here. Weren't you going to show me somewhere I could see Rika's dance easily? What? Who made that promise? Yeah. What's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion? It is my fault. Am I just reading the wrong things into it? Why'd you call me all the way out here? With an expression that indicates she wasn't fooling around, Shion pressed her index finger on my lips and said slowly and quietly, "This place is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds. Now a male and female of the same age are all alone together. Could this be Shion? She's not playing something crazy again, is she? Shh, look over there. See?" Shion whispered, pointing to the dark underbrush. And there we saw two figures, one male and one female. What's that? Is that? We're right at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. See, look closely. Can you tell who they are? Peered intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Oh, it's Tomake and Takano. Two of them were clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure nobody knew where they were there. So they crouched before the entrance of a wooden storeroom-like building. Wait, Shion, could this be what you wanted to show me? Kei-chan, you can see Rika's dance any year, but you won't ever get another chance like this, okay? I had thought that the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but times like this they seemed all too similar. I'm going back. Don't call me for something like this again. Well, if you move now, they'll see us. Our noisy argument, Takago suddenly turned around. Oh my, who might that be? We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano was acutely aware of our presence. She and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from beneath the bush. Well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? My, if it isn't Shion Chanamabara. Good evening. Yes, the moon certainly is pretty. What's this, Keishi? You sure are smart, you know that. Having a secret date in a place like this. Then I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. You're the ones who were meeting up secretly. Tomoke and Takano laughed to themselves and got. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Laughed to themselves and got on my nerves for some reason. Wait, so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then? Of course we weren't. Though I don't dislike that kind of romance. Heh. Fortunately, this wasn't the location of a rendezvous either of you would want to see. Sorry for not livening up your expectations. Hmm. If this wasn't a rendezvous, then what were you doing? Tomoke, were you messing around with the padlock on the door just now? Uh, There's said I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were hunched in front of the warehouse door, filling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock. Guess we've been found out, huh? We were trying to break into the warehouse, but don't tell anyone, alright? Don't tell anyone. Are you thieves or something? I demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomoke was thinking. Nah, never. Thieves are people who steal things, right? It's not like we were trying to take anything out of here. I see. Then why are you trying to unlock the door? This is the forbidden storehouse for ritual tools. They say only the Food Day family and a mere handful of others are allowed in it. Forbidden storehouse. Took a few steps back at that and looked at the entire warehouse. Certainly like one built removed from any signs of people, almost as if in secret. Yeah, there's a reason it's in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened, and it was built to be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression. Now that I look at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses.